Assalamu alaikum, folks. I want to discuss a tragedy that has shaken and rocked the hearts of people, especially believers worldwide. A miscarriage of justice. The US state execution of Marcellus Williams, known as Imam Khalifa. Now, I want to intertwine or interlock that discussion with a philosophical underpinning that has the modern state supplanted and become a substitute for God in the minds of modern people. This is an idea that Carl Jung had posited, that in the modern world, God has been substituted, especially in the hearts and minds of secular people, with the state, the laws of which are almost sacred and to which people and humans are sacrificed. And are judicial or state executions akin to human sacrifices of the past? I want to bring up a clip of Imam Khalifa Marcellus Williams, one of his final interviews that he gives, speaking of his state, a state of tranquility and contentment. He praises Allah. He quotes the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and demonstrates, the hadith that when you believe, when you say amantu billah thumma istaqim, have this certitude, this firmness upon faith. And his final declaration was that all praise be to Allah in every situation. Wow. There is a hadith in Sahih Muslim that the Prophet said, Ajaban li amri al-mu'min. It bewilders me, the state of a believer, that they are always in a state of gratitude. Whether something afflicts them, whether they find themselves in joy and abundance, they always are grateful to Allah. And so let's hear the words.
And I'm satisfied with it. Whatever, so I already been right there at that moment. And I'm saying, there's nothing changed about it. I'm still, like I said before, I don't believe in the system, the criminal justice system. I don't believe in it, to that degree. But I know that it can be used for good as well. So if good come out of it for me and for my family and for all those that's been supporting me, and all praise be to Allah. There's a little supplication that the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, he used to say, oh Allah, if life is good for me, then give me life. If death is good for me, then give me death. So that's how I feel. I say the same supplication. So yeah, I'm at peace, of course.
And this is his final declaration there, that all praise be to Allah in every situation. And this verse of the Quran, that وَمَنْ قَتَلَ نَفْسًا, that فَكَأَنَّمَا قَتَلَ النَّاسَ جَمِيعًا, that to kill an individual is as though to kill all of humanity. Now, just to show here as well, this was the hadith I'd cited, and here were some papers showing this human sacrifice, capital punishment. You can see some academic papers written on this as well. This was a case in which not only was his own legal team demanding a kind of either a suspension or a delay to the execution. He'd already been in prison 2 decades. This plea was also by the family of the victim, and the prosecution themselves were saying that no, it does not, this it would be wrong to have him executed, especially in light of some new evidence that was found. Some people say, well, the reason the governor stepped in and went full steam ahead with the execution, was it for politics? Was it to avoid having to pay millions in compensation? Allahu A'lam. But what we can see here is the iman that this brother displayed. I didn't know of Imam Khalifa Marcellus Williams prior to this, but it's strange, wallahi. There was watching his interview, watching his family's interviews, and just the prosecution and other legal people speaking out about this miscarriage of justice, and his contentment and iman. Wallahi, it brought about a hurt that we grieve with the family without even knowing this person. And there is this hadith that the believers are like one firm foundation, or that like a body, and in a riwayah in Sahih Muslim, كَرَجُلٍ wahid, as though they are one human being. إِذَا اشْتَكَتْ عَيْنُ اشْتَكَى كُلُّ, that if the eye is hurting or another part is hurting, the whole of the body suffers along with it. And I have to say that, not knowing this Imam, when we came across this and saw his iman, it really brought a pain to all of our hearts. And I make dua for his family. May Allah grant them ease. May Allah bless his afterlife and grant everybody justice, especially his family against the state. But anybody that is suffering worldwide, I want to share that and share this dua, that may Allah bless his afterlife. Ameen. And forgive all of us, all of our shortcomings. Salamullahi alaikum wa khud hafiz.